The world you grew up in no longer exists. We're in clown world. And clown world is coming to an end. It's truthfully fascinating to see how fake things are in this world. And a very select group of people have reached a place, a frequency, where they've dislodged from the illusion. And it is so apparent right now, and many of us have been watching. Are you watching? People are driven towards escapism, not towards truth. They love to put their head in the, like the ostrich in the sand. The low-hanging fruit, especially on social media, the more that I see, and I sit back, I say, I'm open-minded to it, but as always, every single day, the ownership of my life comes right back here. And then you could go out, and then you look at a reality that's depicted on mainstream media. There's the reality over there. And then, and then you go on social media, and then you have fake influencers that portray a secondary matrix. Look at this thing over here. Look at all the motherships over there, right? Look at all these people that are coming out to give a speech, right? But they never come, though, right? So all to distract you, to taking you out of the now moment, putting the power outside into clown world. Yeah, a lot of people have woken up. You woke up today. We ain't in Kansas anymore, kid. Ooh. I'll be delivering a podcast, a speech, a lesson like never before today. You came on at the right time, Light Warriors. And once we start rolling in this today, the world ain't going to be here no more, because we do not live in a world. We live within a band of frequencies that creates our reality. And in this lesson that you're probably not going to get it anywhere else in the world, so you might as well buckle up for this lesson today. I'm going to be dropping some really hot stuff, like this hot coffee over here. I appreciate everyone getting on. It's great to have genuine connections in this fake world. This world has become transactional, and it's not love-based. So everyone that's here, so grateful. I'm so grateful if you hit the like button. It pushes this very powerful video forward. This is what we need in our everyday life, okay? When you can't be controlled, you will be hated. And that's power. Nikola Tesla. You know, the true power, the true energy, frequency, and vibration of the universe is when you cannot be controlled, when you are yourself. But what happens in the world, and we're seeing this now on social media, it really puts a light to this. People are not actually people, right? They're operating out of a hive mindset, which are known as pendulums. And if you understand pendulums in the reality, right, you will be able to avoid all of the clown world and not get pulled into all this nonsense. Unlimited Angels, thank you so much for the super chat. I appreciate you. Let's send unlimited angels to this video today, because here comes the truth bombs today. You know, I take the pulse of society. I sit back and I see what the ultra popular influencers of the world were pushing. So I didn't, I was just wondering where the mothership was that to abduct all the soccer players in the World Cup. I was wondering where that was. Does anyone know where the mothership was that abducted all of the soccer players? Why didn't that happen? And I also want to know where JFK Jr. was to make the speech last night. I'm still waiting. Can someone tell me on this live chat where the mothership was, right? And tell me where JFK Jr. was making the speech last night. Because when I sat on social media, hit me up on Facebook. We have a Facebook that's exploding on social media, right? A Facebook of truth, okay? So someone in this chat today, please tell me where JFK Jr. was making the speech last night, because all I got was all these highly posts, all this stuff. Hit the like button right now. Please tell me where JFK Jr. was last night, because last night has passed the soccer match. The lady that would all the dramatics, right? Oh my God. The mothership is coming to abduct all the soccer players. They got millions of views. They got millions of views waiting for JFK Jr. to make the speech last night. So someone has to tell the high commander sitting out here, where were these things? Someone please tell me. Someone. Oh, Frankenstein says not one abducted person. Okay. BJ Prickett, thank you so much for the super chat. Hit the like. This is going to be a red hot live stream today. When many like-minded souls get together, we are unstoppable. We are unstoppable like the juggernaut right now. Okay? So here I am. I'm sitting here today. I'm drinking my cup of coffee. And I'm still wondering. You see, there are all these social media, very popular influencers that are out there, right? And the two main popular things of this time period was the mothership abducting all of the soccer players off the field, right? And then we had all these influencers telling us JFK Jr. was coming to make a speech for all of us. Someone's got to tell me where these things were. Right? Because in the internet has become the Wild West. It's pretty much my #1 video of all time. One of the main talking points was that people just lie about everything. Do you know this? So in this world, there are a lot of people that are going towards escapism instead of becoming the person that they came there to be. Over the course of my journey, my life has not been easy over the past few. There's been a lot of bullshit in this world. And what I needed to do, I needed to take ownership of my life. And now I've created a whole platform, a whole movement that other people, right? Are you ready for Our Everyday Lives? Click subscribe. We have to say enough is enough to all this crap. And I don't give a you know what. And I don't care if worthless people, weak-minded people don't like me. Because as the great Nikola Tesla said, when you cannot be controlled, you will be hated. And that's power. Do you feel the power today? I told you this was coming. And here we are. Here we are. The same, but what happened was the internal shifts. It's got to get so ridiculous out there. It's got to get so, who knows what's going to be this week, right? What are they going to tell us this week? The great social media influencers of the world. What are they going to tell us this week? The power is always inside of you. And when we focus on this, right? This is the frequency shift. If you are getting this message and you're resonating with this message, now we get the real work done here on this channel, right? Stay tuned. Your journey has been more complex than the normies of the world. Your journey was heavier and different than the common folk. You know, the common folk, they go out there, they get the low-hanging fruit, they celebrate their fake holidays, right? so on and so forth, but your journey was different. You are misunderstood, and you are out of place amongst the fake mainstream society, and you find yourself alone in a society that's done. Do you resonate with that? Do you feel that this mainstream society is done? And you might be alone because you can't settle for that modern woman crap in your life, brother. You can't have that crap in your home, okay? If you're the divine feminine, you can't have that weak and worthless beta male that does all these things. You got to wake up real fast right now. I told you this was coming, and it's here. And at the end of this message, I'm going to be sharing a video. And it was one of the most powerful videos. Some people said it's the best 12 minutes on YouTube. People commented on that video. It's going to pop up here because this ripple is now continuing. Soraked, I hope I'm saying it right. 888. Thank you so much for the super chat. I'm so grateful for the support. Very grateful for everyone supporting a real, authentic channel in this fake world. Oh, great. You were separated, right? So the people in the world, mothership coming, JFK Jr., You are the one. You are the one. You're the one that's responsible for building this earth. This is what we have to do. It's always the low-hanging fruit, and that all that stuff. It gets a lot of clicks. Right? But it's all crap. But at the end of the day, I'm only here because I took ownership of my life. Ready? Here it comes. Because I took ownership of my every aspect of my life. I had to take ownership because I am locked and loaded and I'm connected to God. And the source, the frequency goes straight through the DNA. Do you understand? That's the only reason. Not because I watch these people. I got the top secret intel. The mothership is coming to abduct all the soccer players. The JFK Jr. is coming out to make the speech. You could sit there and you could still wait, and you could waste your life, and you could just sit there. Or today you could click subscribe, and you could do the real, actual work, and you could change your everyday life like I have, and many people that have been watching this channel. Does anyone know where was the JFK Jr. speech? Anyone last night? Someone help me out. Someone's got to. Where was the mothership abducting all the soccer players like that lady said? Someone's got to help me out. Someone's got to help me understand. Start making people, right, held accountable. Hold people accountable for this crap. Enough. I don't know either. One of the transitions of power that happened, right? We're focused on our power today. In the transition of power, you know, very quiet men like myself, okay, we were pushed to do this. You know, I was fine. I was fine, you know, doing what I had to do, right? But then you see all the nonsense of the world, and then you got to stand up, and then the lions get activated. And that's that inner Christ that's inside. That's the DNA receptors that are picking up on this, right? They'll wait there. They'll sit there, wait until next year, Valentine, all right? So if you're done waiting, you could just take the journey of our everyday lives. That's what we do here on this channel. And we reach all different types of people, all different colors, classes, and creeds. We don't judge one another. We got to move forward today. And everyone that shares this channel today, share this video today, it's much appreciative, right? Because it's real easy to say the mothership is coming, to say you got the top secret intel, okay? Shannon writes, shut off the crap, okay? Fit Brit writes, I'm done waiting. You got, and that's what you have to do. We all evolve. Okay, if I go back to a pre-2020 world, you know, maybe I was there waiting on Fox News and it was controlling your nervous system with the red on the screen and the gong and the breaking news and your nervous system, right? You go on to CNN, you see, oh, the breaking news, the bells, the whistles, and your nervous system, and you're sitting there and you're watching that crap. But what you and you could allow the NP allow them to do it. But I'm talking to the real actual people of the world. The conscious people. I told you this, you could book this, we could put it on a t-shirt because the 5% has to override the 95%. What do you mean, Uncle Mike? Because the subconscious is 95%, but the conscious, right, is 5%. And you have to be living in the a lot of people just running on the background, running their life in a loop, waiting for JFK Jr. to make the speech, right? Waiting for the mothership to abduct the soccer players off the field. But and they can get all the clicks and views that they want, right? Anyone that wants to share this today for the real stuff, you can. But at the end of the day, it's always your everyday life, all the time. And I'm going to bring you some evidence that the reality's collapsing right now. Ooh, evidence on the channel? Okay. When you are not fitting into society, and you're going to see people that they love all this stuff, and I support the current thing and all this other crap, all right? You don't fit into society, a society that's done. And this is not a punishment by God, but preparation, the preparation to accept. You're being refined and you're being pushed to grow beyond your comfort zone. How many people were pushed out of their comfort zone in a post-2020 world, right? But when you are pushed out of your comfort zone, you can grow. You could go through the Heinrich metamorphosis. When you outlast the onslaught, when you not only survive but thrive throughout the onslaught, now we ain't in the same world no more, kid. Wake up today. Please wake up today. Okay? Missy Lucas, thank you so much, Missy Ice. I'm so grateful for the super chat. You have to break free. Man, woman, child, whoever you are. And remember, it's always your inner child. So you, the person that's getting this message, you were a child years ago. We have to save our children for real, not just put it on a t-shirt. You understand what I'm saying? Oh, I support this thing. You were the child years ago, right? And I'm giving you what you maybe no one else taught you, okay? And you develop subconscious programs when you were a child. And you take this into adulthood. So there are many people that are quote unquote adults, but you were the children of the world that were damaged when you were a child, right? And your high commander is here to support us. And the more people that latch on, create a constructive interference wave, and we rip this reality is being ripped to shreds. We ain't in Kansas anymore, all right? So you are pushed to grow. And you have broken free of the illusion, the surface level existence. There are many people in this world, they love that surface level existence, right? And you can't do the surface level anymore. You can't do the surface level existence anymore. You gotta do the truth. You gotta do the truth. Nino Buck writes, I ain't into the social media crap. I love you, Nino. Thank you for being here. And thanks for everyone for speaking the truth today, right? And if you feel, listen, you could just share my video on your social media, right? And I'll be the voice for the voiceless, right? It's one of our top shorts. Be the voice for the voiceless. The surface level existence is finished. And the world that you grew up in no longer exists. Get this through your head. We ain't in Kansas anymore. It's true. We're not in Dorothy had to go into to the tornado, to the twister, right? We ain't in Kansas anymore. This earth, the world, the realm that we live in, the reality, whatever it is, it's being ripped to shreds. Oh yeah. We're not in Kansas anymore. There is power that is on this earth, and you could see this manifest many different ways. In the past week, we had the second highest wind gust of 131 miles per hour recorded. A wind gust from a regular supercell, thunderstorm. In order to get a 131 mile per hour wind gust or wind, you need an EF2 tornado or a Category 4 hurricane. And in the United States, as regular storms were going along the land, that nature is waking up. Nature. Feel the power. Feel the power as this truth is being spoken. Feel the electricity, right? Nikola Tesla said electromagnetism was a more important force than the mainstream tells us about gravity and all this other stuff. Remember that stuff? Okay? So in the United States, in the past week, we had a 131 mile per hour wind gust, meaning that there was no tornado, which is the second highest recorded in the history of recorded wind gusts. And we've also had several 100 mile per hour wind gusts. This is just wind resistance. Just wind resistance. Once again, Bugs Bunny teaches us about ascension. I know there's a man watching that loves that, okay? It's just wind resistance. Did you listen to nature waking up as I'm speaking that right now? Put a like on this video for the real. Put a like on the video for the real, okay? So, this illusion, we ain't in Kansas anymore. The world that you grew up in is finished. It's gone. It's finished. That wind, that powerful wind, right? And to feel that, there was a storm that came by here, and it wasn't expected. I was on the beach the other day, and this wind came, and I didn't measure it, but even myself, I couldn't believe the wind. I got a little nervous. I said, I felt like maybe a tornado is going to drop down or something, and I had to evacuate the beach, and people were running and screaming, and there was no rain and no storm, but this wind, there was a supercell in the background, right? But this wind came, and I'm not out here recording. I'm just like feeling, and then I'm reading other people sharing this. And 131 mile per hour gust, multiple 100 mile per hour gusts, and these gusts, right? This is not that level of energy, that level of power usually would come from a tornado or a hurricane, and this is just stuff that's just out in the atmosphere, underneath the dome. Right? The cavity that we live in creates the Schumann resonance. I got to troll this within the past week. Said there's no such thing as the Schumann resonance. I love the clowns out here. There's a lot of clowns. Do you love Clown World? Oh, if you've never seen it, oh, you're going to watch the video at the end. It's Clown World, right? So, in this realm, right, and there's a lot of energy that's being picked up right now, and over our head, right? So whether we call it the ionosphere, Tesla called it the ionosphere, or the firmament, right? But there is something over us right now. Do you know this? right? And people could deny it, and that's cool. Everything's cool, right? But we know that JFK Jr. is coming out to make the speech, and the mothership is going to abduct all of the soccer players, and millions of views for that stuff, and it's like people will gobble it up. But there is an energy, there is a power. And a lot of people remember Nikola Tesla, right? And this energy, you know, free energy. I'm still also waiting, you know, where did all the amplifying antennas go for free electricity for the people? Where did this go? Could someone help me out with these questions? I got questions. If anyone wants to answer the questions in the comment section today, go right ahead. Okay, where did the amplifying antennas go? You can't put a meter on it? Can't charge people? We don't want it. Okay, anyway. So we're leaving using that. This is no longer a transactional world, but a world of genuine connections, a world of unconditional love. And many people, right, that are programmed to that old matrix in the ego, and they want to extract, and they always want to extract, but the actual reality, when you put out unconditional love, right, and we're actually supporting each other instead of bickering back and forth with each other, and actually not putting our head in the sand like the ostrich, and not waiting, because vibrational frequencies, if you are waiting for a figure to make a speech and say all is well, if you are waiting to see the mothership abduct all the soccer players, if you are waiting for these things, if you watch that type of stuff, that's your reality. It's more waiting. Waiting is a frequency. I'm teaching you that you click subscribe today, right? You want someone to, so I'm here to help you. Waiting is a frequency. So when you are waiting for permission to fill in the blank, when you are waiting for JFK Jr. to make a speech to say all is well, when you are waiting for the mothership when you are waiting for all of these things to happen, it brings forth more waiting. And now we have to restore the truth. The world you grew up in no longer exists. We ain't in Kansas anymore. And all of these fake concepts of the world, constantly waiting. But you have to realize we live in a quantum reality. So you can choose. You can choose a world. I'm giving you the answer right now. You can choose a world that everyone's out to get you, which a lot of these low-hanging fruit things give you, or you can choose a reality that you are supported by everyone, people, things, situation, everyone supporting you. We are not throwing the systems away, but we are restructuring the systems to actually work for our people. There are people that suffer from spiritual derangement syndrome. They want to run away and run off grid. Okay, the real men of the world are here to build. Okay, are you here to build? Spiritual derangement syndrome. Check it out on the channel. Okay, spiritual bypassing. It's all that stuff. Always waiting for glip glab and all these. Put it out to. Again, I'm sure there's other life forms, all this other stuff. It's all good stuff. But what happens on social media by weak social media influencers is they do it, but you are constantly putting the power outside of you, right? I'm all for all this. I'm all for all these wonderful things. But at the end of the day, it's that internal frequency shift. And if you don't do this internal frequency shift, if you don't do it, you'll never see it. So one of the quantum shifting concepts that I'll present here in this part of the lesson, people say, when I see it, I'll believe it. When I see these things, no. You believe it, and then you see it. You become a frequency match, and then it manifests in the reality. Do you understand the teachings here? You become a frequency match, and then it manifests in the reality. You believe it, and then you have to believe the biology of belief, Dr. Bruce Lipton. So your whole biology, right? And you are a system. You are a system. There are systems of the world, the micro and the macro. Many people that are tuned into this message, they have been experiencing very strange ascension symptoms in the body, the gut, right? In the lower back. You could raise your hand. And if you're new, you watched the recent video on that. It's exploding right now. Your lower energy center, right? So let's go back to the Tesla model of this world, where electromagnetism is a more strong force, more important maybe than gravity, right? And we could still use that term, gravitational tug and pull and all that. I get it, right? But that electromagnetic force. So we are connected to the old systems that are no longer going to be here. So you, the person that's getting this message, you have to do the inner work. You have to dislodge. You have to dislodge from all of the fake, all of the putting the power outside of you, and awaken. Jesus Christ did not teach religion. Jesus Christ taught awakening. Wake up. Do you get it? It's very difficult what I do, because there's two versions of everything. There's the real and there's the fake version. Because many people in this world are weak. It's the weakness. They don't want to be strong. You have to be strong. It's hard. Otherwise, you're going to be caught up in this whole, and you go for the dramatics, you go for the lust, right? You go for the lust. There's the lady, right? She's talking. You're looking at the lust over there. Still waiting for that mothership, bro. Still waiting. Still waiting. Still worshiping other men outside of you, still waiting for those people to make those speeches. But at the end of the day, we have to rise up and we have to say, I have to be, and that's what I did on my journey. And then you could sit and wait and listen to the birds and disconnect, because at the end of the day, real men need their peace. I need to have peace in my life. It's true, Lowell. They go, oh, look at this lady on the reels, and she said this. There she is with her body parts out. She had a vision. I'm still waiting for. So, if you just tuned in, could someone tell me where the mothership was that was supposed? Okay, thank you. Just listen, dude. I hope it shows up. I'm getting bored too. I want to see some of this stuff. So once again, we are here. Sharon Shrum, thank you so much for the super chat. I'm so grateful for the support. I love you, Sharon. So besides that, and I just dish out the truth here. We're dishing out the truth. At the end of the day, we have to be healthy again. At the end of the day, we have to take ownership. At the end of the day, what are you building for your life? I'm not here to knock anyone. What I'm here to do is wake up everyday life people. I know in this world there are very great people doing very great things that we don't see on the TV. I showed on TV. It's got to be real. But what happens on social media is it's mainstreamized, right? It's cookie cuttered. And then what happens is it defeats the purpose, because the whole purpose of this was for real everyday life people to take their leadership positions in the specific areas that we needed them. Do you understand? So there they are, and what's happening is, again, I'm not knocking the technology. I use the technology, but it's how it's utilized. I see a lot of these people, oh, the technology, and oh my God, the world. It's you. It's your perception. And again, it's always the low-hanging fruit. It's always you. It's always your frequency. What are you attracted to? You know, I give relationship advice here. Some of the modern women say, oh, why do I keep attracting the same type of guy? It's you. I utilize that as an example. So when you go, whoever's listening, so when you go out on social media, right, and your algorithm, right, it's you. At the end of the day, we have to look in the mirror and realize where the problem lies. It's in that brain. It's in that brain. Huh? It's in that. You ever see those brain rot reels? I love them. I love them. Some of them are spooky. I love the brain rot reel. No, a lot of people got that brain rot. You got to get rid of the brain rot today, right? You got to become empowered today. And that's what I do here daily. And I don't give up if someone don't like me, right? I rather go with the great mind, the great quote from Nikola Tesla today. That's what I rather stick. I rather go with that. You know Nikola Tesla? No, no. Look, what about this? What about this guru that has all these numbers on social? What about this guy? You know, why don't you watch it? No. I told you better get back to the basics. You better get back to the basics. I'm focused on me. I'm focused on what I'm building. I'm not focused on no one else, son. You know, these people that go out there, they got the dramas going, all the drama. Oh, look at all the drama. So what you can do is what I do. You just observe. Sit back, grab yourself a cup of coffee, right? Grab yourself a cup of tea. You could be like Kermit. I hope Kermit's right here. I love the Kermit meme. Do you love the Kermits? Oh, he's sitting there. He's minded his own business. There's a lot of people in this world, they can't mind their business, and that's why you fail. If you are concerned with drama and that's all, what are you actually doing with your life? You got to ask yourself, what are you doing with your life, kid? For anyone that's, still usually the trolls would have turned off by now, right? But you got to be like Kermit, right? Got to be minding your business. What are you actually doing today? Right? And this goes across the board. Anything. If you're a divine feminine and you have a beta male in your life and he's concerned with drama and talking about other people, right? That's the Jezebel spirit. That's the spirit of Jezebel in a man, in a beta piece of crap. Hit the like button today. Start taking ownership of our life today. It was different. The TV was different back in the day. Nah, we had the great shows back in the day. I don't know what they got on the TV now. So as you are, people have seen this too. They've taken this, there has been so many bright colors, and now everything is kind of bland and gray, like the NPC gray. Nah, we got to get the rainbow warriors of the Hopi prophecy. Hit God's rainbow in the chat. You understand what's going on? Some people don't get it. No, you got to get God's rainbow going. You ever see that rainbow? You know you got to you have to have some kind of prism to make the rainbow, right? You know the rainbow has a different arc depending on where you are in the, I guess we call them the known lands. Where are we? Does anyone know? Did you know there's different? I saw a whole thing broken down. How I'm learning too. We're all on this journey, and the guy went to all these different places and showed a rainbow, and the arc of the rainbow was different depending on where It was. If it was in Canada, United States, South America, supposedly Antarctica, that rainbow was very, very different. What does that mean? Anyone know? But people will continue with their bread in circuses. I believe they got rid of all that bread on the food pyramid. So we want to live the life. You're going to sit there and you're going to wait and you're going to wait and you're going to wait. And there's got to be a day where you say, I'm not waiting anymore. It's now. It's got to be now. And I could share from, if I'm trying to coach other people up, there were times in my life and I felt it, and you're going to feel it in your body. When you're putting things off, it depends on what season you're in. God is going to put you into seasons. We all have seasons. Click subscribe, and you're going to have all the information there. And if you're in a specific seat, like I was in a season, now I'm at a certain place where now I'm just attracting, right? And certain things I have to tweak within my work. But there were seasons where I had big ones that I had to deal with. And until I actually physically did it, the body is going to shake. Shake it like a soul shaker. And that is your soul telling you, right? Your body, you can't live that fake life no more. You can't do it no more. The fake life, the world you grew up in, right? You have to wake up today and realize, look at what's going on. What do you actually see on TV? What are you actually seeing on now social media? What is real? None of this is real. It's always on the inside. And when the inner frequency shifts, then the outer world changes. You have to say enough is enough, and you have to do it today. You have to make the it says always. I teach quantum shifting timelines. Wow, this man could teach us quantum shift. It's always a decision. Full video on it. And that's why you need a motivational speech to wake your TF up. It is a decision. The quantum shift is a decision. When you finally say it's always going to be you, and so you say, "Wow, I'm not gonna watch these fake people no more. I'm not gonna start waiting to actually live my life." And I watched people over the years. I watched them in my previous job. I watched fake people in the gym. Oh, look at all these fake people. You got to start living your life. And years will go by. Years can go by from your life. Carl Jung said it's the greatest privilege of a lifetime to become who you truthfully are. Become it today. Embody it today. When I gave the energies of this current year that we're in earlier on this channel, and, I said this was the year of an embodiment, okay? Embodiment. Actually live, actually do, actually be. It has to be embodiment all the time. Gooey McDougal, hi troll. Gooey McDougal is a troll in the comments section. Thank you so much. Gooey McDougal had to click subscribe for over 20 minutes in order to troll. If you are a beta male troll, Gooey McDougal, right? You are the beta male in the comment section. What I do on this channel is get real men to actually become a real, actual man. Instead of a worthless, without no picture, in the mother's basement. This is why the country is in the situation that it's in. I have a setting. You have to wait 20 minutes. So think about this. Think about this. There is which is not a man. It is a result of the subconscious. So the actual age is maybe 6 or 7 years old, sitting in the mother's basement, wasting life just to so 20 minutes. So now your attention is on me. Now I have become your God. And that's how it's done. It's just the truth. It's just the truth. I'm here for my brothers and sisters that are actually going to make it. And people love this channel because of authenticity. I appreciate you, Gooey McDougal. You are the NPC that God sends to me to validate my lesson. And as we started this lesson off, as Nikola Tesla said, when you cannot be controlled, you will be hated. And that's power. And that's the power of the universe. We wield this power right now. The power of truthful creation, the inner child. You are supposed to create, and I can manifest, and I can control all the little trolls. Maybe they're AI, I don't know. Can you imagine? So we have to be motivated, and that's why this is spiritual empowerment on this channel. You have to become a real man. You remember that from yesterday, Krista? Listen, I love them. Alice commented on 100 videos. I hope today that there is someone that will, I hope everyone that's new today will comment on the next 100 videos. It's power, it's energy. Energy, 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 energy. That's how it is. I live rent-free in their brains. That demented brain. It's just me playing all day. There I am, your God in your brain. Why? Because your attention is your attention. But there's something inside of you. I've reached many people. That's why I just let them go. Because eventually it's going to crack. Eventually it's going to wake up. If this deeply resonates with you, I'm so grateful. If you could click the like button today, it pushes this video forward. You could click subscribe if you love authentic talks on the internet. We have authentic talks on this channel, 9 a.m. Eastern time. You click subscribe. It is a big hammer time, Fit Brit. A lot of people love my very big and powerful hammer. And when you are worthy, you will be able to lift the hammer, and you have to be the embodiment of being worthy and stop sitting there waiting. Maybe he was waiting for someone. Maybe he watches the lady that was saying, "Oh, there's a mothership is going to abduct all the people from the soccer field," right? So that's the beta male being the you know what of the Jezebel spirit. Unlimited angels sending in unlimited angels and birds. What up, bird? What up, bird? So I love each and every one of you, and it's my honor to show up in the vibration of authenticity. And let's be authentic, ladies and gentlemen. Let's be authentic, and let's improve the quality of other people's lives. And check out the video that will pop up on this screen here. The bees have been popping around every once in a while. I do notice that they are seasonal here. It's super hot right now, so it's actually they kind of disappear. There's one right now actually, but there's so many of them. A little bit earlier, and then they come out. She's right. She's not blooming right now. So, but we have to bloom ourselves. We can't wait for anyone. Listen, before I get off the air, you cannot wait for anyone or anything outside of you. Your world is finished. Clown world is finished. And we put an end to it energetically. Watch it here. It's pop up here. Be focused. Stay empowered. I am the defender of our everyday lives. No matter what comes your way, light warriors, just keep going. Yeah, Mark gets the right idea. I appreciate each and every one of you. Bye for now.